Hello students, this is another video. In this video I will explain the law of supply and demand. Okay, in the next three videos I will explain all three laws and how they work and how we can use them to get some good knowledge and trading. So first is the law of supply and demand. Okay, so these are just five steps to success and five qualities of a speculator. So must read those. I will give these all slides to you. So first of all, let's go to the law of supply and demand. What is this and how it works? Okay. So here I have got the law. This law says when demand exceeds supply, the price rises. Okay, so when demand will exceeds supply, then definitely prices will rises because there is a demand in the market. When supply exceeds demand, the price falls. Okay, so again in opposite, when supply exceeds demand, when there is not demand and there is a lot of supply of gold, then prices will fall. Hence the interdependence of supply and demand is analyzed through the relationship of price and volume over a certain time. Okay, so what it is saying that discrepancies are divergences between price and volume often held a change in the trend direction. So these are all related to the trend reversals. Okay, so we these are also included in the distribution and accumulation stage. So that's why it is only pointing to the reversals because it only for the reversal trading. So it's very difficult for reversal, so you should have knowledge of all these things, but I will give you a simple strategies. Don't think that this is very difficult or you cannot do this, everyone can do this. I will give you much more simple strategies at the end with these course, then you can easily comply with those and you can get the benefit. Okay, so let's move to law of supply and demand and explain further. So what is key concepts for supply? So first there are 3 points for the supply. Supply represents selling pressure in the market. So supply means there is a selling pressure in the market. So I already explained that how to check selling pressure and selling and buying pressure. I have already made the video. So check that what is selling pressure and what is buying pressure. Okay, first condition is met. When there is more supply than demand, price typically falls. So it is simple that when supply is more than demand, then market will definitely fall. So check the where is the supply and where is the demand. We will go into the practical session. Okay, so high volume on a down candle. So keep this in mind that high volume on a down candle closing lower than the opening with a wide spread often indicates an abundance of supply. So this is also a first point for the accumulation and distribution. If you are well familiar with this, then this is also a supply indicator because when there is you must have remembered that when there is a first sign, market always goes in the same direction. Okay, so first sign does not mean that it is going to reverse, but it there is a still supply present. Okay, so don't ever confuse these things with each other. Okay, so high volume on a down candle. Okay, and all these three things, so we can easily confirm supply in the mm, practical session. First we will confirm the supply and then we will confirm the demand. So for the confirmation of supply, it's a very simple here. You can say there is a very high volume and candle is uh, closed below more than when it was opened. So here it was opened, here it's closed. So candle uh, but is very high, so there is a still supply and market can move down, and this is also a sign of a accumulation, first sign, so keep in mind that. And the market has gone up to this level because there was a supply. Okay, so there is a supply and first sign of accumulation, still in the low time frame you can enter for a sell position. Okay, so again here, what this candle indicates, this long candle indicates that there is a supply in the market. So again, if you enter here, again you can get profits, but market has not closed above this supply candle, so that's why it goes down, because there was a supply and market does not closed above this, and again it goes down, and very high volume, a very large candle, and there was a supply. And again there is a many other examples here. Let's check that where it fails. So here you can see that it's closed more than its opening, a very high volume, and market closed above, so this no supply does not valid, and we cannot enter based on the supply and demand. Keep in mind that these are just for these tools to rely for the better reversal positions. Again here, if I told that you can enter in the sell because that's in the trend direction, so for the reversal you cannot just enter based on supply and demand. Okay, so these are just for the accumulation and distribution understandings. Okay, so here again, this there was a supply, but if we look into the previous volumes, then volumes were continuously decreasing, and again up candle, so this is also a sign for the upside movement. This is called the mm, uh, buying pressure, you if you are well familiar with this. So here volume was continuously increasing. Okay, so that's why it's called the mm, we can say that supply. But here supply, this is not supply, because previously candles are decreasing and volume is decreasing, and one up bar has came, and this is the mm, buying pressure. So I'll keep all those things in mind, and then you can enter easily. Okay, so let's move into the other thing, which is demand. So what is demand? Represents buying pressure in the market. Okay, so demand means buying pressure in the market. When there is more demand than supply, prices usually rise. Okay, simple. High volume on up candle, this is the main thing. High volume on the up candle, okay, with a wide spread typically signals strong demand. Okay, so again came here, again we already confirmed that there is a buying pressure, and a very high volume. Where is high volume? Yeah, here is high volume, but candle is downside, we will not consider it here. We will consider this, there is a mm, no demand. Okay, very high volume with the up bar. Yes, high volume on the up candle. Okay, so the this is the thing. Okay, we will not consider it. I have already explained this in my previous lectures, must watch that and consider that. And here is the confirmation for the no demand, and you cannot just blindly enter on no demand uh, area on the basis of and just no, if no demand come, and you consider that there is a no demand in the market and you can enter. No, there always have to be some specific rules and regulations to enter each trade. This is just a confirmation. Okay, so buying pressure confirmed. You are also well familiar with the selling pressure, and again market goes up, again did the same, and market moves upside. Hope these two things are clear, and This is the law of supply and demand is clear. If law of supply and demand is not clear, you can ask any questions. I am available and I will answer all those questions which put forward to me, and hope you guys are getting good value from this course, because according to my knowledge, there is not any person who is providing that much in-depth analysis for each thing. And these are not difficult thing, don't consider that it's difficult for you. I will clear more clear. I will also give simple strategies for those people who cannot do much more, or who cannot uh, record, or who cannot remember all these difficult concepts. I will give all the simple strategies, and these are for the talented people, for the intelligent people who want the long-term results, or these are for the professional traders. Okay, so if you are basic one or beginner one, I will give you indicators for helping them. I will give them simple strategies. They can easily earn some good money. Okay, so don't worry about anything. Nothing is difficult. Yes, of course, this market has done a lot of uh, things for those people who understands them, and who gets some good knowledge, and then they definitely build a lot of wealth. And if you people just hard work, and if you do not understand anything, you can again watch the video, and these videos are available for the lifetime, so you can enjoy it, no problem. Meet you in the next video.